Fiona's responsibilities while we're here, and I'll circulate these to all members later on today. So Fiona will carry on with children's services. Sandra is going to take the portfolio of corporate services. Lizzie is deputy leader and has a number of responsibilities. Ian is going to take on adult social care, and Jason is going to take on the police directorate, and Malcolm, who isn't here, is going to continue with finance. So like I say, they're all listed in a document that I will share with everybody, and wish everybody well in the next months and moving things forward, because it will continue to be incredibly challenging, as we well know. Okay, thank you. So we'll move on to item 6 and capital approvals. This is listed as Councillor Longley's item, but Councillor Morris has agreed to give a very brief high-level overview, and then we'll discuss the document. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. It is a fairly straightforward report, but I will just give a little bit of detail. Obviously, the key recommendations are around the number of projects that we're putting forward for capital approval, and I'll mention those in a minute. But another point worth noting is that final monitoring position for 18-19 will go to July Cabinet with the final revenue position. So this is why we've just got this paper today. The other paper will come forward in July. So looking at the paper, there are 10 million of new schemes, extensions to schemes, of which 4.26 million are schemes directly related to revenue savings by capital costs of a capital nature in relation to the community equipment pool with health and the sinking fund for capital works that are linked to the recycling centre's contract. There's also £4.85 million of schools and highways capital works across 6 schemes funded from the DFE, DFT annual grant allocations, and £1 million for property minor works for the year, which includes health and safety, water quality and work to meet fire regulations. There are details of all these schemes in section 5, but I did just want to quickly mention the highways maintenance block, because that sort of sits within my portfolio as is for today, for place, and just note the amount that we've got from the government of 2.58 million to go towards highways maintenance. Currently it isn't ring fenced, but it is intended to be used for the maintenance of highway assets that NCC are responsible for. So this will be used for the maintenance works that extend the life of highways assets, including roads and bridges. And I did just want to mention Michael Ellis, one of our MPs, who is now one of the Ministers of Transport. I'm not sure of the technical title, but that's what he is now doing. And we are planning, or at least I was planning, and now I'm sure Jason will be planning to have a meeting with Michael in order to outline transport and infrastructure priorities for the county. And I'm sure Michael will be very helpful to us, helping to achieve those, as he has been with the pothole incentive fund, which of course has been very successful here, and Michael has managed to get quite a lot of money in for us over the years. So other than that, I commend the report to the Cabinet. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Ian. Councillor Scott.
Ian, turn yours off.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Chair. Certainly welcome money being put into the areas that are being proposed. Couple of things on that. In terms of the household waste recycling centres sinking fund contributions, there's a programme on the television, I don't know how many see it, that goes round these recycling centres and recycles different things. And when you look at those and compare those recycling centres to ours, they're superb compared to ours. Ours are not very good at all. They're nowhere near at the same standard. So I'm pleased to see there's a fund there to start doing some work to improve them. The other point, which isn't mentioned here, and perhaps understandably, but it does come up because you've talked about the Northampton secondary school's capacity, and of course we ploughed a lot of money into the Northampton Academy, International Academy, and we did put a claim to government because we had to spend, was it 10 points